Yo, what's up, Detroit Pub? All right. Here's the great thing about being on stage. I have these lights blowing me right in the eyes, and I can't see any of you. So even if you don't like my jokes and don't laugh at them, I'm still gonna crack up because I'm up here and I think that shit's funny. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to celebrate something very special tonight. Mr. Paul Mauk, owner, entrepreneur of Detroit Pub, is retiring. And in doing so, we decided to get together some of his closest fans, friends, patrons, and bring them up here to celebrate this special night. How many of you guys have been coming here more than 2 years? Raise your hands. By a round of applause. More than 3 years? How many have known Paul when he was shitting his diapers? A couple of you out there. Well, we're going to try to keep this a little bit radio edited and clean because his family's here today. And that's his beautiful wife, Jean. How about a round of applause for putting up with all of his hands? His 8-year-old son, Jordan. Little Asian sensation over there. His 15-year-old daughter, Megan, and his 17-year-old daughter, Sierra. For those of you guys who have been coming to D-Pub for quite some time, you'll notice that every couple of weeks or months, you'll see some new pictures that are posted on the walls around you. We call this Paul's Wall of Fame. All right, you guys familiar with that? What you don't know is there's some background information on a lot of these pictures that maybe you weren't privy to as to how they've gotten exposed and what had to be done in order for those pictures to look so good. But photographer John is here today, and he gave me some inside dirt. You guys ready to hear that?
Sure.
All right. Here's what you don't know. The Playboy Playmate right in the back behind the mixer board, her name is Christine. She's a very sexy lady and she stands 5'7". The problem is Paul had to get onto a bar stool and stand up in order so that their heads looked equal and he didn't look like a little person standing next to her. The other background information that you don't know is that it cost him $600 to get that picture taken. I'm not going to tell you how we arrived at that budgetary number of $600, but let's just say that the picture was only about 10 to 15% of that. I'm sorry. It's the truth. I mean, ask John. That's what they tell me. 15%. So the other 85% is fees? I don't know what those fees are all about, but that's the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, Lois Brown. Lois Brown is here. His wife stands 5'3", and Paul stood up on the pool table. That picture was taken right over there as Paul was standing on the pool table. That's the truth. That's the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, right over here on the right-hand side is Joe Kane. Joe Kane stands 6'4". This was a little bit of a problem for Paul because basically he was facing his penis when they originally set up the picture. That was a little uncomfortable for Paul. John says, I'm not really sure if you want to post this, but I'll take it. So Paul's smiling, looking to his left, and there's a donger. It's Joe Kane. It's the truth. How many of you guys know Joe Kane? He's a famous rapper from Detroit. Most people come to the D-Pub and they want to rock some shots, do some beers and drinks. Joe Kane's like, yeah, let's go. 10 Cabernet Sauvignons, line them up right now. She's like, really? He's like, hell yeah. And then give me a side of white zin too. We're gonna on the rocks. He likes his wine. So that was a little bit getting used to. Thought I was drinking like Kool-Aid at communion. And we were supposed to be celebrating him in his big rap battle here. That was a little bit crazy. Anyways, Big John took lots of pictures of Paul. I want to thank him. How about a round of applause for all those great pictures of John and Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to bring the king of the night up here and let him try to rebut some of the burns that I'm going to give him tonight. Please welcome the owner, entrepreneur of Detroit Pub, Eminem. Paul Mauk, get up here. like Eminem? Are you hot? Are you live? I do want to throw a special shout out to Nicole Gino. She said most nights Paul comes in. Damn it! I was telling that drink to sit. Son of a... Waitress! I'm Paul's tab. Jack and Coke. Let's do it. Fat ass. I'm sorry. I'm drinking milk and eating lettuce and it's still not working. Ladies and gentlemen, I did want to thank very special tonight Nicole Gino. She said finally, Paul, if you're going to show up and this is going to be your roast night, you can't have my shirt. Because most of the time when you see Paul, he's in a medium. You're like, yeah, work it out. Things are good. Health is alright. Suck it up, mother. And tonight his daughter Megan gave him his shirt, so special thanks to Megan. I did want to thank Paul too also for going to Hair Club for Men before he got here tonight to make sure he looks his best. And I'll be honest with you, Lady Janes. A special round of applause for Lady Janes. They do incredible work. Ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hand, drum roll please, a top 12 list of retirement expenditures for Paul once he leaves the Detroit Club. So without further ado, give me a round of applause for my top 12 list. This list was brought to us tonight by some friends of his eldest daughter, who's been in band for several years. And let's just say Paul has come up a little bit short on some of those parental duties that are part of being a father of a band member. And number 12, be at the last function for Prop Dad video. Fail for the last 4 years. Fail. Number 11, make it to a band banquet. Fail for the last 4 years. Thank you, baby. Number 10, realize that the color guard is not a pretty shirt to ask your big black door guy, Carl, to wear on a special Thursday night. Yeah, let's just say Carl looks good in black, not the Lakeview colors, I'm sorry. Number 9, realize your wife is a vegetarian and stop bringing her home Chinese food from your brother-in-law's restaurant. She doesn't want General Chow. She doesn't want Gai Cow beef. She just likes vegetarian rice.
Pick it out.
Number 8, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you husbands out there know your wife's phone number because it's been 17 years and Paul still has no idea what area? This is true. Hey, these are all 100% true. Number 7, learn how to use your iPhone without your 8-year-old child. This is how it goes pretty much. Paul's like, we need a band, we need a band, we need to book them. How do I use this phone? Shit. Smiley Nicole, what the hell? Find the number of the band. I don't know. Yeah. Thursday night, 5 o'clock. Tell them I'll pay them $6. All right, number 6. This is for all fathers out there. Finally figure out that Sierra's rifle is not loaded every time she picks it up around you. Dad, I'm going out. To hell with you, okay? Stop! It's not loaded. Number 5, hang out with your kids' friends and parents. That would be a brand new experience for Paul. How about a round of applause? Wait a minute, who are you? Dad, it's me, I'm your daughter, damn it, 17, what the hell? Number 4, how to spell any 5-letter words when writing a text. Number 3, the prop dads are excited about seeing you for the first time on Tuesday and Thursday nights, but very scared about finding out whether or not you know what a hammer is. Number 2, how to learn to use a drill or a hammer for that effect. What does this REV mean and FWD? I'm not really sure what exactly is there. Forward and reverse, Paul. Hello. And number 1, for those of you who have tried to ever call Paul or contact him by round of applause, erase your damn voicemail! I'm sorry, but the number 586-489-3179 is currently full. Please fuck off and leave a message when it's empty. It's bullshit. Paul's big facts. I'm coming up for St. Patty's Day. I'm working. The mailbox is full. To erase this message, press 7. To re-record, press 1. 1. Paul's big facts. The mailbox is full. Kiss my ass. I don't really want to take your call. All right, let's hear it for that top 12 list provided by his daughter and a great group of our board members. I have an incredible amount of information to share tonight, but I'm going to break it up into a couple of sessions. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of ideas so that you can start thinking of how we can grill Paul's ass while he's here for tonight. And it's really unfiltered, so if you guys got some good dirt out there, I'm very anxious to know about it. I might not expose it in front of everybody, but I'd really like to hear it, to be honest. It gives me leverage if I ever had to borrow some money. I can say, hey, some shit went down. I know about it. All right, so, Paul's always done a great job running the bar. He's always trying to put a lot of stuff on special. He's always trying to take care of some of his patrons that have been here. A story that was brought up by Coach was, we have Dave, the Army veteran. Give him a round of applause. So Paul runs a special that on Tuesdays, burgers are $2, beers are $2, blowjobs are $2. Oh, wait. That wasn't on here. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nicole. $2 beers, $2 burgers, $2 hot dogs. And Dave says, hey, it's Veterans Day. I'm in here drinking, just like every other day, by the way, Dave. Thank you. We help pay our electric bills, and we appreciate that because I'm on right now, baby. Paul says, yeah, hell yeah, I'll hook you up. No problem. I love you, guy. Gives me that, bro hug. Like, yeah, I'm here for you, dog. Tell you what, I'm going to throw it down tonight. No holds barred. $2 burgers, $2 beers, $2 hot dogs. Love. I'm here for the veterans. And Dave looks at him and says, every Tuesday is $2 burgers, $2 beers, $2 hot dogs. Paul's like, yeah, I got you, bro. Love you. Thanks for being here. Love Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Coach. Now, how many of you out there know the lovely lady known as Marion Rizzo? By round of applause. Marion Rizzo is part of city government here in Clinton Township, and she's responsible for all the permits that are given to new establishment owners. I don't really need to add anything to this because it's beautiful. She says, he seduced me on several occasions to get the permits required in order to open the bar. What I always fail to tell him is that he's the father of one of my many children. Paul, you owe me 15 years of child support, and his name is Paul Jr., and I do want to let you know that I know 100% for sure that he is yours because he came out bald with a size mini shoe. And now he's 19 and still wears a size 3 and has no hair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wear a size 13, and let me tell you, he barely makes it up to my insteps. Sorry, Gene, I'm so sorry. She goes on to say that although he doesn't act anything like you, means that he gives stuff to a lot of people rather than asking for money. He definitely looks like you and is yours. And by the way, you still owe me for that permit cost. So thank you very much, Marion Rizzo. What I failed to tell you guys is, looking this good doesn't come cheap, all right? My shit doesn't come from Mr. Allen's 25 to 50. All Alright, and being as that I got shoulders the size of Idaho, I gotta get this shit specially made. But it's hot. I'm all swampy in here. So although I'm laughing my ass off to join you guys tonight, it's hot as a mug up here, so I'm gonna show you guys just a couple more. How many know Big Sexy, the Carl, the security guard? I do want to let you know this, that Paul takes his business and this bar serious, and also, of course, its safety. And everybody knows with a little bit of alcohol comes a good game of Uno and some kumbaya around the fire. No. Comes some bullshit from some guy saying, "I'll kick your ass. See the size of my balls. Let's do this right here." Well, Big Sexy goes about 6'9" and about 165 pounds soaking wet in one leg. One night he tackled a customer that was talking a big bunch of bullshit, threatening everybody. And as he tackled him, he felt a gun in his hip. So he grabs that gun and he yells, "Gun!" So Paul comes flying out of the office. Jim, his brother-in-law, is behind the bar eating sushi. Comes on. And Paul's like, "Give me the gun! Give me the gun!" And Big Sexy's like, "Hell no! I ain't giving no crazy white guy with eyes bugging out of his head the gun. Hell no, I'm holding the gun." Then he's like, "I called the cops." Big Sexy's like, "Here's the gun! Here's the gun!" I don't want to be some 6'7", 300-pound black man holding a gun while two white guys in a crazy Korean are next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only just getting started tonight. I thank you so much for being here. Paul wants to say on behalf of everything the Detroit Pub has ever been, it's only what it is because of you guys coming here, participating in all its amazing events. And the most important thing is that it's not going anywhere. He's keeping it deep pub, he's keeping it real, and he's showing love to all the patrons and made it what he is. Now, what he didn't tell you is everybody's wondering what he's going to do after he leaves the bar business. And let me tell you, there's just two words to describe what Paul's going to participate in. It's called collect rent. He owns about 4,700 houses throughout the Metro Detroit area. And he's going to sit back and count his money and collect rent. No, Paul's actually battled an incredible long battle through health issues. He's always fought everything to be here for you guys and for his family. So above everything else, even though I'm kicking him in the nuts right now, I want you guys to show some love. Give him a round of applause. If there's one thing about Big Paul that I want to let you know, is that no matter what expense it costs him personally, physically, or even time-wise, he's willing to be there for you in every aspect that he can. Several times people have asked him to be a part of different fundraisers and different special events, and even though the month has been shitty and he really isn't making bills, Paul's always said, "You know what, whatever you need, I want to try to be a part of it and be there for you." So again, show some love to our boy tonight. Shit, I thought that was another drink, but you know what? That's fine, dude. I love you, Jack Daniels. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in 45 minutes. You promise me one thing, you all stick around and have a good time tonight?